Good morning, good afternoon, folks. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to SKTV. Welcome to SKTV. Welcome to SKTV Live, and welcome to the show. Today's edition, as you can see, the continuation of the conversation from yesterday. Let's let's share the show, please, if we can. Let's share the show. Help us to please share the show, guys. A lot to talk about, a lot to cover for today's edition. So let's share the show, please. Please and please. Help us to share the show. Great conversations over the past months, years here on SKTV. We intend to keep up as we head or get towards the elections coming up here, hopefully in October. But let's share the show, guys. A lot of things to talk about today, a lot to cover today. Let's share the show, please. Please and please and please and please. Let's share the show. Let's share the show, please. We have a lot to talk about. Share the show, share the show, share the show. Big Sherry watching live from what? Antwerp, Belgium. Okay, wonderful. Following from Belgium. My man, what's going on? How Belgium? How let me I've forgotten your capital there. I know I was there a couple of times, but I've forgotten the name of it, and they speak both French and English in that territory. So let's uh let's have you tell us how the city, very beautiful place, very beautiful place to be. Sorry, I got a message here. These people stupid. I swear to God. A lot of things to talk about, guys. Let's share the show, please. Um, do the continuation here today. We will definitely let you know what's going on. Um, Today we'll talk. We have the human rights report. We'll speak on it here too as well. Um, um, you never know how the show could go today. We could get some serious breaking news while we are on the show that would prompt us to maybe um, say some things. But as we speak now, let's say we announce to you guys, we have an idea and insight of the ANC standard bearers narrowed down of possible people that he's considering. We call them, diplomatically, politically, from an educational standpoint. For the queer people, they get, for the queer people, they can say shortlisted. So it's narrowed down that there's 2, 3 people shortlisted. We will control ball and say the three people in that man's old day. The men know that. So like we said, we stay holders in all the parties so we can get all the information from all the parties. And if we get some information behind closed door before we come on air, we make sure we reach out to the other parties to get their view or whatever it is on thing. Okay. Hassan Belede, you watching us from New Jersey. All right, brother. Thank you. You see, when you tell where you're watching us from, like that, it's cool. Then we know you can just kind of still watching you. When are you? Why are you watching? You want to send an invitation to the FBI, to CIA headquarters too in Langley? Come on, man. Tell where you're watching us from. Don't be afraid. We're not coming to visit you. We're not coming to your. Just tell we stay. You see, my 2 brothers show up, Frank and Hassan. They told exactly where they're watching us from. So, let us know where you're watching. Hey, Yvonne, you talking now. Northern Virginia. Hey, you talking now. Now we know what's going on. But let's share the show, guys. We'll recognize you. A lot of things to talk about today. Like I said. Interestingly, yesterday after the show, I got some interesting calls. Very, very interesting. Very, 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 very interesting people. Yes, Eric from the state of New Texas. Yes, Texas is a great state. I got some very interesting calls yesterday. Had some very interesting conversations with some good people, who mean well for Liberia. Some people who follow from distance, don't click, don't write, don't see anything, but they follow the show very religiously. I didn't even know. King Hamel Flomo of Judah, I'm watching you from Blaine, Minnesota. Okay, I mean, how the weather over there? Judah, Flomo, how the weather over there? Let us know, please. We know your guy weather, then I can put in situation they can handle, so we won't keep up. Don't know what is going on. How the weather in Minnesota there? Moses P. Amara watching us from UAE. My man, how UAE, brother? Fode Waraba watching us from New York City. Okay, Big Apple. Big Apple. I think I was in Big Apple sometimes last year in New York. Let me see. I think so. I was there sometimes last year. Let us know where you're watching us from. You will not die if you don't know where you're watching us from. And watching from North Virginia, specifically from the city of Manassas. Okay, that's good. Guys, let's share the show, please. Okay, somebody said, okay, Moses, he said, okay, he says good. All right, cool. Man, Moses said UAE Google. Man, that UAE there, okay, we'll be chilling there. Okay, somebody watching us from San Bernardino, California. Daniel Edwards Howard. Daniel, how's the weather condition over there? I know you guys have been getting snow, rain, unprecedented. Last week, I read in the papers that it's not going to stop anytime soon. So we're keep us posted, my man. Let us know. We're impressed with you guys. We're to be honest, we're seriously impressed with you guys from California. There's been a lot of things going on over there. So we're praying that the weather will, be stable and so forth. Yeah, Plama Kamara, I'm watching you from Cyprus. Plama has Cyprus, has everything. See people watching us from all over the world. That's good. Let us know where you're watching us from. Paul Jala, following from Houston, MA. My man, that Houston there, I need to visit that place. Every time I come to Rhode Island or Boston, I always skip Houston. I don't stop in Worcester. I always either go Boston or I go Rhode Island. I need to definitely stop there, my man. I need to stop there. To be honest, that's one of the places I've never really stopped or transited. I need to. I know Sekou probably been there. Sekou has been there, but I need to chauffeur there. Yeah. What? Faseyon Donzo. Okay, VA closer to DC. So you closer to DC? Okay. That's good. Titania Ahmed, you're joining us from the great city of Baltimore City. Okay. Baltimore City, yeah, great city. Good place to be. It's a tight city though. It's a tight city. A lot of things going on out there. Lots of things going on out there, but it's a good place to be. Baltimore, Maryland. Good place to be. Good food. The Republicans just had I think they had a convention out there. The Republicans. Good place to be. Donald Trump was there. He spoke to the crowd. Good place to be. I think 3 weeks ago, either 3 weeks or 4 weeks ago, they did have it in Baltimore. Yeah, so we are following politics from all across the world. We're following trending events, different news, and different things. So we are not just being on sabbatical. We're following different things at once. So just so you know, hey, today will not be easy. The show already starting. People are showing. The guys from Liberia are following us. They Johnson Melbourne mayor, they got here, they never show me today. Yeah, they man looking fresh, they like new money here. But I don't want to put you on the show. Say when you tell what they show you looking, my man, you looking too successful in that country. What? Wow. My man, Johnson, I'm gonna put you on the show, my man. How you looking fresh like this? So anyway, let me bring Johnson on before we recognize you and get to the break here. Yeah. My man, you can be looking friendly in your IE jersey, polo IE.
In fact,
My man, you might need, bro.
I'm a bona fide member of IE, the Invisible 11. You know,
Hey
yeah.
Lord, hey Lord. The man present might be on the same team again. The man present side present. We hanging out with the people also.
That logo, anywhere I go, I see, the man for the other side or the other guy for the other side. Boy, it's just so good. But my brother, let me say good evening to you. And I don't know, but the time check here from my end is 30 minutes past 6 o'clock. I don't know from your end. Oh, what time there?
My man, it's 13 minutes past 11 a.m. here in Arizona. We are
Okay, that
on the
wow.
East Coast. It should be 1 a.m., 1 p.m.
Okay.
Around the Midwest, that means Minnesota, Iowa, North Dakota, all the other places there. Right now is about 12, 13 p.m. So our own time, we
Hmm.
3 hours behind the East Coast, 2 hours
Okay.
behind the Midwest. We the only state in the United States that our time
Hmm.
remains stable. It can change.
Wow.
Yeah. All the other put in the confused.
because
Yeah, that
because
confused state,
because
bro.
one war, the war is one global war, but then we see so many things happening. Sometimes I
My
wonder as to
man, don't
what
mind them. Brother, don't mind them. Don't mind them. That's what confused state them. I'm telling you.
yeah. But anyway,
Don't
that's
mind
good. Today, I'm a Baptist, so as usual, every Sunday I have to go to church. In fact, every time when they church activities, I have to go there also to participate into the church activity apart from just going to church because they got bench warmer and they get church go. It's not easy. I don't know what I mean. I use the word. I even go to church.
so you Baptist, man, don't go that way, sir. Don't son in. Before I tell you something here, you confused. Yeah. Our Baptist in the Baptist church. Don't jet.
Oh,
What wrong with that boy?
don't make the people to be thinking no one of the people can be a fellow.
My man,
Steve, so you're
my
a
man, let
Baptist.
me tell you this. My
Uh-huh.
man, my man, I'm a Baptist man. I'm a Baptist in the Baptist church. And
Wow.
guess what? Our Baptist when the new millennium king. We the one usher the new millennium 2000. Our
Wow.
Baptist in the Baptist church. What are you
Then I
talking?
mean you're my Baptist brother.
My man, we the let me tell you something. Of all
Uh,
of the preachers around the
uh,
world, the
yes.
most charismatic.
Mhm.
I'm not talking about Pentecostal,
No, no, no,
Lutheran,
man. Yeah.
Methodist, no disrespect. But the
Mm,
Baptist preachers are charismatic. Not only
mm,
that, they're forceful, they understand the word, they know how to deliver the word.
indeed. Indeed. And you're correct. So why even convince me that what convinced me to become member of the Baptist, especially for the Dupont Road Baptist. So because
So
of
wait. So you into tomorrow Baptist church.
indeed.
So
Indeed,
that
my
means
brother.
when you misbehave on the show, I can say my beginning at the hustle from you.
No, I don't need a no, I can go to the no, that can put me in the next situation. But guess what? Guess what? Sometimes there are people that are going to hate you, and sometimes there are people that are still going to love you. Yesterday after the show, that morning someone called me, a person said, Maybe where are you? I said, well, what happened? But they don't come. So I went there, the person hugged me and said, Maybe thanks to you and Steve. I said, for what? He said, oh, because you got to talk. Even if I'm voting for this person, and when you guys bring that person out there, and critique them, I think that's the way to go. But you're sorry for the people that were in. So that's not do that thing. We don't get problem with that thing.
No,
We used
with
to that thing
pastor,
already.
we love the descending views. It's very
Eh,
important. But so my man, let me greet the point, like bro, really quick before we get started.
mm,
So Sekou will be joining us here very
mm,
soon. Again to our Muslim brothers and sisters who are fasting,
mhm,
spending time, during the holy month of Ramadan. We want to say, you are in our thoughts. We are also here to support you as much as we can. This is what we must do. We must honor and respect you during this time. Yesterday, even in a Liberian Association meeting here, there were a lot of our brothers and sisters from the Muslim religion who called and said, we wouldn't be able to make it because it's about time to break fast. And we respect that. We told them we support them, whatever we can do. This is what we need to do, not to have phobias or be afraid of anything. You can be Jesus Junior. You can fight for God.
mhm.
If the
That
power older than you, how can you be fighting for the power? You
mm,
told me that means you'll go fight for God.
no.
God fighting for me, then I fight for him. But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to today's edition. Welcome to the show. Today is March 26, 2023. Time check in Liberia, I stand to be corrected, is 6:17 p.m.
Mhm,
On the dot. We are bringing you here this program this afternoon from Phoenix, Arizona, live here. We're joined by Melbourne uh, Johnson Kula, who is helping us. We want to thank the True FM family. Thank you so much for someone casting, relating, whatever you want to term it as, this program to many Liberians around the world, in Liberia as well. We say thank you so much. Those of you that have tuned in, we want to remind you that the Liberian people are the most important people on earth. But most importantly, Melbourne, the Liberian women are the most beautiful women on earth. And I want to challenge any Liberian man or woman to dispute that. I can take you anytime on. The Liberian women are the most beautiful women. As evidenced by that, if you tell a lie that the Liberian women are the most beautiful, all over your mouth.
You know, someone is saying, I don't know what they are going for. You see the guy there, man, the guy doing just you.
Oh, man, the men want to bring us on the show. The show not even started, the men want to bring us.
They want to bring you. Bill, a fast bill.
They built us in mayor who are in newspaper in Labua. You probably were in newspaper. I see Bill Carson, Bill Carson, bro, baby. We don't want to
Bill Carson, please.
Bill, we don't want to appear in the news, so we beg you.
Yeah. So, okay. So, I don't know whether we should start from right here in Liberia before we.
Yes, let's get updates from you. How's the country? What's going on? How's our people? Aside from the politics, what's going on?
All right, thank you. Today is Sunday, having to be the last Sunday in the month of March, and the 26th day in the month of March also. And today make the 7th, if I may say, because the voter registration started on the 20th of this month. And Liberia is kind, you know, usually on Sunday, like everybody can go for a break. I don't know, is that a political break or, you know, so Liberia is kind, or everybody just going about with their usual activities coming from the worship center. Some of them coming from having a family meetings and so on. It's sunny here in Liberia. The sun is very shiny, and you know we are staying to the dry season. So yes, voter registration still continue on today. Voter registration today marks the 7th, and we have 198 days to go into the October 10 pool. So Liberians are turning up to get a voter registration card to make sure that at least they participate into the October 10 election. So my brother Liberia is moving strong. Liberia is kind, apart from what happened on yesterday in district number 10, but all is now well. Police are in control of every situation. And district number 10 people are moving about with a normal business, and everything is calm for now here in Liberia.
Everything is calm for now here in Liberia. Those are the words of Johnson Kula. I mean, you know, it's an amazing thing to hear that everything is calm. These are the kind of news we like to hear. Apart from the politics aside, you know, if you not get food to eat, but you are at peace, you're not running around, no you, it's better. To be quite honest, your peace of mind is the most important thing that you can have or cherish. Let's recognize our people really quick before we get into, you know, we can share the show and then go from there. You know, let's get into you know, really quick. Let's recognize our people. Please let us know where you're watching us from, where you follow us. For those of you following us from other sites or other, let's say, online platforms, we say thank you so much. Those of you listening to us via the radio, get ready. We got a show will be very interesting. We encourage you to call with your views. We just for the, you know, just for respect. See, when you vet, just express yourself, say I vet. Yeah, you can deal with me, you can deal with me, but yeah, you know, need a costing so our woman who watching can be discouraged. We will all, we not the problem. Disagree with all. We not get issue with A. Everybody get a position, we get a side, disagree with all, but the truth of the matter is reality will still be reality.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So why don't we go around it? We'll not go around with it. But anyway, let's recognize people. Bertrand, welcome to the show this afternoon. Frank, welcome to the show. Rosalind, welcome to the show. Yvonne, welcome to the show. Musa Bility, welcome to the show. Hassan, not Musa. Hassan Bility, welcome to the show. Eric, welcome to the show. Jusu, welcome to the show. King Hernan Flomo, welcome to the show. Moses P. Amar, welcome to the show. Fode, welcome to the show. Amos, welcome to the show. Mari, welcome to the show. Melvin the Shield, welcome to the show. Joko, welcome to the show. Daniel, welcome to the show. Let's move on here. Vaseon, welcome to the show. Blama, welcome to the show. Tynina, welcome to the show. Paul, welcome to the show. Ben, welcome to the show. Fretus, welcome to the show. Bill Carson, welcome to the show. Justina Beverly, Pajibo, welcome to the show. Yes, I will call you back, Justina Beverly Pajibo. I will. Yvette, welcome to the show. Fumba, welcome to the show. Joseph Conto, welcome to the show. Joseph Conto, one of our strong, astute, I don't know, all the BB word and follower. Yes, thank you so much for following over the years. And many of you, Abraham, welcome to the show. Abraham says he's watching us from the Kingdom of Norway. Wonderful. Yeah, my man, Barcelona. But don't, this second man, tomorrow I eat my Barcelona t-shirt. That means we'll worry about Madrid people. Madrid people not see let the whole season, man. Leader. Jesse, welcome to the show. Jerry, welcome to the show. Lawrence, welcome to the show. Mohammed, welcome to the show. Muhammad and Mohammed, both of you, welcome to the show. Perry, welcome to the show. Edwin, welcome to the show. Deccan T, sister, what's up? I need to call you. We need to talk. I think I missed your call the other time. We'll talk. We'll catch up. I just been a little bit busy. I'll update you on something really. I'll update you. Levy, welcome to the show. Levy, what's up, mama? When the time is right, I will also, Levy is one of the people that I would have to thank and appreciate publicly. She did something that's very, top. Topa, welcome to the show. Fidel, welcome to the show. Let's go on. Most of the people. Meata Dakina, welcome to the show. Saros Mane, welcome to the show. My picking, what's up? Sarah, my picking, what's going on? Let's see. Some of these people are repeated names here. Repeated names. Daniel, welcome to the show. Givler, welcome to the show. Repeated names. Moziki, welcome to the show. Albert, welcome to the show. Triple, welcome to the show. Is that B Wise? Welcome to the show. Let's go on. And Nangwe, welcome to the show. Thank you so much for following us on SKTV. In other news, the Rescue 1 and Rescue 2 have created serious confusion in the Unity Party. They have created serious confusion. In other news also, the Yombly faction of the Liberty Party is in quagmire. They are contemplating on where to go, where to fully take their support. And from unconfirmed reports, they are leaning more towards Alexander Cummings this time around. Unconfirmed reports. This is not 100% substantiated, but per our reports, they are leaning now more towards the Cummings camp. You know the thing about it when you talk the people, you can say they don't rush, just say they don't forget about that thing. Forget that thing. And nobody's stupid. Yeah, lead that thing. In other news also, President George Weah and his boys, or his men, or his ministers, they are planning to make the whole trip abroad look as though nothing happened, everything is just the same or whatever it is. But President George Weah would be making some very serious decisions and taking some serious steps. Let's see if he does. But either ways, he on his own. But in the next few weeks, don't be surprised that there are certain actions will have to be taken, such as my boy Punky Pan got or Punky Pan movement, Natana Magio. It is reported that finally Punky Pan will be brought to justice. They'll have the days in court.
It is, exactly. That's the news.
My man, forget that thing. Everything nothing no more.
That the new year is small anyway.
The landlord visit will bring us in the town. But where you see the backlash? That particular visit. It not just go walk up and take picture. It will bring us in the town. That's serious yo-yo headed in the CDC camp for this. Because my girl then will not sit around. Prince Johnson will not sit around. What the other senator need from what Grand
Vanishama
sit around, and be fool around.
So we not see first.
They will talk. Lead the big. Lead the biggest solicitor general history, man. The man will be in a tuxedo going to court to Medicare. And the man intend to throw Musa Dean on the bus in other news. The man want to throw it. Oh, first of all, the man's argument, let me tell you something. My man, that other news we in, don't let all.
Yeah, no, that
one. We need to share the show. We share the show here.
Yeah, because NPP news and all coming up. I don't know what you.
Serena Seaforth, Tosso has a point. Because in the country, when concession deals and other things come up, one of the people that's responsible to sign on to it is the justice minister. He must affix his signature to it to make it legit, for it to be legalized or for it to be correct. Let me put it that way. For it to happen. So that means it's either Serena Seaforth. My man, let me tell you something. President George Weah and Rescue One day in serious entanglement. I'm not hiding for you. All together. Because either Serena Seaforth forged Musa Dean's signature on some of the crooked deals that went on, or Musa Dean signed knowingly. So that means Musa Dean is a corporate too. It is Serena Seaforth. My man, the thing and a small noise. But anyway, let's get to the musical break. We'll be back. Share the show. We haven't even started the show yet. The show. The show.
Prelude. Yeah, now that prelude. So please, yeah.
Whether you like it or not, you can tell your boys over. And I know my boy, my girl.
So then that means now we're not sensing that Liberia very soon Liberia will be free now, where justice systems, all the protests have been going around for more than 10, 15, 20 years about justice. That means finally justice will prevail. Let
me talk in the Labron way. The way we can say in football. Can't come in here, baby.
Okay.
Yeah, that means they come and throw each other on the bus. They will talk. Who want to? Let's be honest. Let's be honest. Who want to sit down and be prosecuted when you know? Let's take for example, me and you, Melbourne, we from the Baptist church. We go with Steve on the Methodist church. We know we stole from the Methodist church. The Methodist people can't catch me. You think you Melbourne because you wearing yellow t-shirt?
Then you leave me out.
That's stupid. I will tell the person you score too. What is going on? Oh yeah, well, I don't go to jail. No, you will go. What did happen?
Because the Bible says, say the truth. The Bible said the truth, and the truth has set you free.
Exactly.
So you say the truth.
But you who for me to protect you, I won't go to jail. You what in? Because you wearing t-shirt. Anyways, we'll be back. A short musical break. This on a real note, this will create some serious problem amongst the government people. And that's not something we want to joke around with. But we'll come back, we'll get into it. Talk about the human rights report, part of President George Weah's visit, why they've been tight-lipped on it. And Samuel Tweedeman playing games and lying to the Liberian people, talking about, good news coming from out of Washington and doing that one. Don't be carried away, don't be fooled. It's total distraction in games. But we will get to it. I know, say, if I should play, let me play gospel music today. But anytime we play the gospel music, they can mute us. But they can come out and take out the mute benefit from it. But I will try and see. We own no copyright to this song. Song is played for entertainment purposes. Let's be back. I don't think it would play. So we will play something else. I don't think it would play. Let's go to Nima Kante because Nima Kante seems to be very interesting. Let's get to Nima Kante.
Yeah, but Nima,
folks, thank you. We are back here. I believe some of you were dancing.
Mhm.
Kazuo. Miss Menen, thank you for that beautiful song. For those of you who do not know the interpretation of it, we're trying to get Miss Menen here maybe one of these days to let us know exactly what she meant. But from interpretations I'm getting around, it simply means anything that comes from Nima is good.
Mm.
Or when it comes from Nima, Inamba.
Wow.
But the given amount of people can correct me on here. And them. Mama, I tell you, say we can understand it. We can
Yeah.
understand the different in it,
Look,
brother.
look,
Be
look,
all.
we are the fastest people, man. We know what we can do. What we
Exactly. Exactly. We can pick up from anywhere. But anyways,
but
let's get to the issues here. Melbourne, let's start off from you really quick because we'll get to the reports. We
mhm,
want to talk about the human rights, the reports that was released. It's about
mhm.
29 pages, not long, to be quite honest. We touch key points, but let's get to what you are hearing. What are you guys hearing on ground in terms of whether that they say or that just the noise or whatever it is? What are you guys hearing? Let's start off from there. Then we'll get to the human rights report. Let's kick start from there really quick. What are you guys hearing on ground?
All right. Thank you, Steve. Since the entire voter registration started, it took away other side of us as people, especially when it comes to politics. That means most of our attention have been drawn to that registration exercise have been done by the National Election Commission. But how be it, the president traveling to the United States of America also, or that's something that many Liberians thought that maybe the president go there for something special or something about hearing about the CIA. Everybody had their own interpretation. People are saying, oh, but why is it that the president will be called by the CIA? For what reason? We want to know. So every loop corner you go in, some people will say, oh, the president go there, the people want to investigate the president to know what's going on in the country, or the human rights this, or human rights that, and the kind of crimes that are going on, the kind of alleged killing, the kind of corruption cases and so on. So maybe, or although I also saying that no, people the CIA called the president maybe because of the 100 million worth of drugs that been that been caught in a few days. And there are a lot of business people that name also that were mentioned. So when you go to so many attire center, when you say that, you will hear people talking about, oh yeah, the president was called by the CIA to investigate as to who are those people that enter into the country, who are those business people, and where are they coming from? Are they not in line maybe with some of those bad guys around the world? So because of that, maybe that what the president will call for, according to some of the sidewalk talks or coming from the various attire centers. But how be it, the president coming back, I think the president's going to be in country by now. But other news is the president is somewhere around the UAE, and hopefully maybe he may likely be in country this, maybe today or maybe tomorrow. That's the news that we're getting. But how be it, yes, everybody have their views, all Liberians have their views, but with the information about how the president want to tackle the entire crimes, especially when it comes to war crime code, when it comes to the economic crimes code, everybody want to know as to what's going on. I hope that the president will not call for him to come and take some actions against those people who are committing heinous crimes, who are stealing from Liberians, or those people that committed or war crimes before or what. So Liberia are still in that state of they want to understand so why really the president will call for. But how be it, there are a lot of views, there are a lot of views coming from every part of Liberia that they want to know one, and I hope that they are not thinking some of them are saying that I hope that the president will not call for maybe to be investigated for some crimes, and others are saying no, it's not that. So Steve, these are news that we've been hearing. Every time we visit some of the corner or some of the attire centers and so on, we listen, and to hear some of the news, you got to go out, move from your comfort zone, and go out and see it or experience how Liberians think about things outside.
Hmm.
So
How
yeah,
Liberian think about things outside.
yeah,
That's
that
a
means
that's a very Mhm.
yeah, yeah. So that means that, for example, the way you and I maybe will be sitting right there and you're talking. No, sometimes you just go out there and listen. there are some news that even when you hear my brother, you'll be thinking that, well, how come? Because one thing is that one person is also connected to another person, and this person is also connected to this person. Now, how the life go? So, like for example, maybe one minister may be connected to their family, maybe they talk something, and that maybe that fellow go to the attire shop, they go during the attire and start talking. So from there, you start hearing news, you start hearing this. So sometimes there are some news, sometimes when it come up, we see like, oh yeah, they say, in the media until you can get all the proof, and that's the only way. But sometimes when they say news, it come as true. Some of them come as news that yes. Sometimes when you hear it, you'll be thinking that it's not true, but at the end of the day, sometimes these news come as true news. So my brother, these are things that's happening in Liberia, and the voter registration, people are going about to do their own registration and so on. But Liberians are really want, or in fact, they can't wait to hear what really the CIA called the president for, because they are saying that this is not or in fact, this is the first of its kind that a certain president will be called by the CIA. So they want to know as to why 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 would the CIA call their president, and if so, the president should be able to explain or maybe tell, even if you can't tell all, because I know that CIA, maybe there are some composition I may not say all, but what you people were saying on our side that, oh yes, it's possible that maybe there may be a persecution, it's possible maybe there may be a court, because if you can still recall, sometime in this year, the U.S. ambassador here, he said that Liberians should be careful as to who they are going to elect, and Liberians shouldn't elect any of these sanctioned people. Any of the people that are sanctioned or that name been placed on sanction list, Liberians shouldn't vote for them. But then again, the Constitution will allow people to participate. So one of the easier way, like the second was saying quite recently, is if the people will be going to court. So while they're going to court, then the process is on. I think that would be one of the best way to go as people, because Liberian, my brother Steve, Liberia really, really want better for this country. But the way the justice system, the way everything is going, so sometimes they just really mute and just talk and just cry behind the same. And when you carry a microphone right now, my brother, you hear a lot of things coming from our people pertaining to this country. But they can't wait for the president to come back and explain to the country as to what really he called for by the CIA.
Okay, what really he will call for by the CIA, and that's a valid question. In any country, in any society, that people will want to know. I don't know if we have the news bulletin today, but since we have 15 more minutes before the news bulletin, maybe we can start the conversation when we get back. If we don't go to the news bulletin, today we'll make it interactive. We'll take the first round of calls from Liberia, and then we'll take another set of round of calls from Liberia based on the conversation. Now, please, I want you to please put away your partisan caps, your hate for whether that president or for somebody. I want you to put it away. Today, we want to discuss educational and informative issues, as we've always done. This time around, we want to focus on, first of all, bring you into the human rights report. Then we'll drill through the scenarios of why the president was invited. What are some of the possible conversations that might have been held? And we'll go over what it means for Liberia, because Liberia now, where are we from a global standpoint? Let me take you back quick. Most recently, we saw our president, our government, Finance Minister Samuel Tue, sometimes last year, even went as far as getting people to play drums, make songs, and stuff when we pass the Millennium Challenge. And everybody can recall that. We celebrated as Liberians. We thank God that after 4 times or 5 times, we finally passed it once. You can recall that. So that means the United States was credible when they gave the reports that we passed the Millennium Challenge. Let's establish that fact. Because, you see, these are things that we have to establish. We can't pick and choose which one we agree with the United States on, which one we not agree with them on. Easy. So, like Milton said, we have to look for OSA too. So, if we look for OSA, and the United States government say the Liberian government did well, so they passed the Millennium Challenge, and we accepted the report. That means the human rights report that came out too, we need to accept
it. We should also accept. Yes,
exactly. Indeed. That is the point. So let's establish that fact. There are other places also where the United States government has agreed with the Liberian government. Most recently, even it was mentioned in the press briefing of the Ambassador McCarthy, when he said he wants to thank the Liberian government and other stakeholders in Liberia who work together to ensure that they get done with this women mutilation, whatever it might have been. I don't want to go into that other conversation. And we thank the Liberian government for it. NIA, and they thank the Liberian government. But let us see now what they say in the human rights report. Because you will recall that even in the Millennium Challenge that we passed, one of our biggest problems that we face that led to the fact that we couldn't get the money that Ellen got, we couldn't get some of the grant, it was mostly focused on human rights and human capacity building. We did very poor in that area. We did poor. So let's see what they see American people that said this. Let's see what they say. The Human Rights Report on Liberia, 2022, that just last year, Benio. In the executive summary, when you read paragraph 1, they tell us about the election, the election in Lofa County where they flogged the United Party and JMB, Rescue One. They told us about it. So Rescue One again appear in news. They flogged them there. So there's nothing they can say. They talk about the election 2020 that Dillon won, the senatorial election, largely peaceful. They talk about that one there too. Nobody won, even though there were reports of harassment, intimidation, but that one was not big. And then they also talk about the female candidate issue, where the president vetoed it a few days. That one a different conversation. But what caught my attention was paragraph 3. And I will take my own time to read paragraph 3 for us to understand it. Then we'll read paragraph 4, a very short, because there are 4 paragraphs in the executive summary. In order to understand where the trouble starts now, paragraph 3 and paragraph 4 will tell you in the executive summary. Let me read it quick. Paragraph 4. I will take my own time to read it, and I will tell you what someone will BB word in me, because my old man listening to me all the way in Bonkante, Lofa, Nima, Grand Jide, all the way in River Says. My papa and dad, they're listening, they're on the radio, they're listening to us. So let's come to it. Quote, significant human rights issues included credible report. Now, please listen. Anytime you hear the people write and they say credible report, they see we had a sanction Nathaniel Bagil them, and they say in the report that they get, they say credible report, credible sources. That means the people then where did the report again? It's credible. In other words, that true. Let me put it that way. The people who say they're not la people. They're not people who can lie. They're not criminal there. That people who were respected, people who can say the truth. So they say, including credible reports of unlawful or arbitrary killings. Now, arbitrary killing me, unlawful killing me, they not go to court for the court to say they want it. The Supreme Court agree or the court agree for it to kill them. Like the way they did it, 13 men. They say unlawful killing. In other words, some of the killing have been going in bro. What are that for Juju Benu? What are that for ritualistic? Whatever it's for, it's unlawful. The law not saying killing, but the people go and kill people. Nothing comes from them. They select who they okay. They select people, they target people that arbitrary. They just go around, just randomly take people and kill them or do bad to them or hurt them. Not only that, they say including extrajudicial killings, cruel, inhumane, or degrading treatment or punishment by the government. My people here listen you because they think what we're talking here. They not say that the Liberian people doing it. They not say that opposition doing it. They not say that foreigner doing it. They say by the government.
Government.
Yeah, then I mean say, oh, so you can say that the boy who on the radio say the government killing people, the government mistreating people, the government violent toward people. It say by the government. Let's go on. We take our own time to tell you today. Because they think what the other people can be passing around, be reading BB Bo talking and just giving people water. We don't want to do that. We want you to understand what they're doing. They say the government giving you harsh punishment, hard treatment. They are very harsh on the people. They are killing people. They are doing unlawful killing. They are also passing around and doing things that they're not supposed to do to human beings. The government doing that. It continues. Harsh and life-threatening prison conditions. They say the government get people in prison, they put them there, they would some put their life-threatening or so forth. Arbitrary arrest or detention. Serious problems with independence of the judiciary. In other words, they say the judicial branch of government, that means the people that who to the court, when you go to the court, the people that can get your justice. For example, President John Weah called on the phone and told the people that the Henry Costa case, that he went to Liberia and falsified document. What the people had there, they had on him. The president called and said they must drop the case against him. That's some of the things the people talking about. The people that in the government, they interfering. When you carry your case there, when you not get big person in the government, the person who get big person in the government, they win that case. When somebody can take your land, they know somebody in the government, they say, you know who I am, you know my connection. Guess what happened? That person will win you because you not get money. So the judicial branch of government, they not get no independence. They are influenced, whether about money or by people in authority. And listen, serious restriction on freedom of expression and the media. They say you can't say certain thing in the country and not true. Zunu Miller, when you criticize President John Weah or you criticize Nathaniel Magio, Samuel Tue, and other people in the government, Jefferson Koji, they're running behind you. Even in America, they threaten other people and all. But that foolishness, me, I've told them. Anybody threaten me, and I won't take it to the law, I will defend myself. In a country where nobody take any foolishness. We don't take foolishness in this country. They can even try to threaten you here. You get some foolish man will call you and tell you the thing what you're saying to the government, you will see, you who? You what thing? You think Liberia? So they said no freedom of speech for the media. And that's true. That is true. If you criticize the government, they will threaten to close a radio station down. They will call and threaten you and so forth. Well, listen, including the media, including violence threat and threats of violence against journalists. I remember a few months ago, one of the journalists from Front Page Africa was beaten and harassed by the people of Nathaniel Magio, the security of Nathaniel Magio. It was reported. I read the article. These are some of the things they're talking about. When you in the media, when you say the truth, they get somebody chasing you, people behind you to get rid of you. They threaten you. But not only that. They say serious government, not just say corruption, serious, they put serious in front of it. Serious government corruption. Lack of investigation and accountability for gender-based violence. My people here listen, you. They say peace so tired, then they can sit down there, they do bad to the guy, Joy Howard Taylor there, all the women advocate group. They can sit down in the country. They can violate our children. They force people to get into marriage, the young people. That include the church people. It include the corrupt, what you call them? What are other group name? The only time you can see them, ministerial, whatever you call them, those corrupt group of guys. The only time you see them talking when government come and get small money, and the guys are gonna protest, they want to use them to corrupt. That then you call them, what you call them? Alliance minister, alliance, whatever corrupt group they get. That corrupt group of religious people. Even the Zanza Kawa man, who we call our chief Zo or chief head or whatever, he corrupt. And I see Zoe wearing Gucci shoe or Gucci shade before. You not see it before? I want no Zoe. I see our Zoe wearing Gucci shade, looking at that pen. Are you serious? What kind of serious Zoe person will be wearing Gucci shoe, wearing Gucci slinger? Are you serious? The Gucci belt on you?
You see the mosquito behind you?
Comment dit that thing, man? C'est là qu'on forget about that thing, man. So like I
You see the you see the mosquito behind you there?
So they say our people there, the place they're supposed to speak, the gender-based violence, our children, they are forced in gender mutilation. And that one, when I say that one, or the cutting or whatever it is, I'm not going to go into that one. Crime of violent threat, targeting lesbian, gays, bisexual, queer, and intersex person. The existence and law enforcement, law criminalization, consensual sexual conduct between adults, and outlawing of independent trade unions or significant restrictions on workers' freedom of association. So basically, they say your government is corrupt. Your government is involved in killing of people. They say the Liberian government is not doing anything to help the Liberian people. They are just corrupt. They say basically our government is disgraceful, is disgruntled, discombobulated. They don't know what they're doing. They're not doing their job. But peaceful talent can be passing behind Joria 24/7. When you go so, they go so, you go so, they go so. They're not doing their job. They are not doing their job. The so-called women advocacy group, whether from the opposition or whatever it is, the only time we saw the women advocacy group, they feel down, they passing around, say they passing in black because of they want to make it out of political something talking about it going to the Senate or whatever it is. You know that why? Because our Gloria Mususka.
But even how far is that whole entire thing? That flat.
The political says it. But let's move forward to the last page and we'll open the phone line to hear from our people before we get into the actual conversation. This is just a summary of the executive summary. Now,
I just talked to the news. Steve, quickly, let me just make the announcement. I just talked to the news guys and they said that there will be no news at 7. So,
but it's up today. That is thing they said we never hear. Yeah, that the kind of thing we never hear. By the way, let's get a paragraph 4 quick. Let's get a paragraph 4 quick. It continues. It says, impunity continue for individuals who committed human rights abuse, including atrocity during the 2 civil wars, as multiple investigative and other reports were ignored. That means they say the people there who committed crime, like somebody, like maybe the Valley Teller, during the war, like Prince Johnson there, and other people there, they say they're not bringing them to books. They're not holding them accountable. You get General Power, all the other bad guys in the town. They're not holding them accountable. They tell them to put them in the security force. All the report come to President John, we are dead. The Papa the island, they don't know it. You get somebody that never Disky or whoever his name is, that other criminal and that liar. You get him. President John, we are getting audacity to want to announce him to be LACC boss again to bring him around. With all the things that are going on. But let's move forward. The government made imminent but limited attempts to investigate and prosecute officials accused of abuse during the year, whether in the security forces or elsewhere in the government. Impunity continuing for government corruption. My people, they say President John, we are government corrupt, and they can't do anything to bar people. Johnson Milburn Kula. This is just the executive summary on page 1
of the human rights report.
Or the human rights report. Just the executive summary alone tell you exactly, it just give you a big opening of what they're about to discuss to us, what they're about to tell us. My man, and the report, they put names inside. The people who committed this, the report get names inside. They're not gossiping it.
No.
They're not rescue 1 and rescue 2 gossiping about Unity Party members. We're discussing credible things. We're discussing serious issue. They're not gossip. So, Melbourne, let's open the line maybe for 5 minutes. Let's hear from the people, just from the executive summary, because we're coming to get into the main issue.
So
But
to
before
our
we hear
people
from you, let's
there.
hear from you. What you say? What you think? What's going on?
Yeah, seriously, when it comes to the human rights report, my brother, there are a lot of things in that human rights report, even though the voter registration come and just, just maybe take away some of these things that we need to discuss. But on a very serious note, you just said it all. In fact, the human rights report said it all. Government is continuity. Sometimes people see government as maybe a place of hiding, and after saying, look, you will still be removed after a few years, even 10 years. People that were elected as senator for 9 years, today, some of them, they are no longer senator. So the report is telling us that the way we behaving to each other in this country, the way we are treating one another, especially, let me say this, clearly to our people who are following us there in Grand Bassa County, Bon County, Mangibi, and Bomi and Grand Cayman, as far as Lofa County. So when they talk about human rights report, they're talking about the way we behave to one another, the kind of thing we do to each other, the kind of wickedness we do to one another. Money that's supposed to be there to give you water or to make you that in fact that you get current or you get food for you to eat. Nothing. One person take it and just carry it by themselves. That one. Then the human rights report also talk about people who been doing bad things. Every time you see that people will go to court, my brother, it's very simple. People will go to court, no justice. No justice. So the entire judicial system is corrupt. And the international community, thank God that they are here and they are watching it and they are seeing it. It's corrupt. Even to extent that when you go there with your case, they will be postponing your case until you say, in fact, you even get tired and waive everything. That's the kind of system. Now, coming back to the media, yes, the media is struggling. The media, Liberia media is struggling to the extent that even the government will be owing the media institution. They don't even pay. Now, how do you expect the media to even survive? That's another thing. Now, for example, Mabon, True FM sent me someone say, yeah, Mabon, please go do the work for us. I go there, identify myself, and I'm going to, that's what I'm going in this country is just everywhere. Because even the security themselves, they're not happy. But how be it, because they got to work. So sometimes they just do it, they just do things, they beat people on people. Sometimes, how should I say, unknowing it. But when it happens, you're already happy. Whether you are angry or whatsoever thing that may happen, you already done what you're not supposed to do. So the media goes through a lot, my brother. The media goes through a lot. The media is, in fact, the media have been struggling later. That one from the one. If you are not part of them, if you are not pushing the government interest, or you're not even singing the government song, my brother, nothing that you're going to get from out of the entire system.
Thank you. Let's hear from the profile, bro. Then we'll get into the full nitty gritty here of this thing. We'll pick through it here and we'll go from there. Let's hear from him, please.
All right, so 0770 20 31 25 and 0770 20 3125. The calls already start coming in, and please just be brief and be safer. Today, nobody insulting you. When you insult straight, we just black your number. Hello?
Hello, good evening.
Yeah, my brother, good evening. What's your name and from where you join us?
Thank you. My name is Keith Patrick, and I'm joining you this evening from my chocolate committee. Let me say good morning to Brother Steven. For the human rights report for 2022, for some of us, we are aware of all of what in our report because we saw this from the onset, from the beginning of this government. And one of the things that really bad for me is this. These guys were in opposition here. They spoke against all of these things today that are happening. But today, it is very disheartening and frustrating that they are into power and they cannot even try to eliminate some of these things, but rather they are on skyrocket to do, in fact, what was happening in the past that they were pushing against. So for some of us, we are aware, and we told people that when this government comes to power, president, we have become president. I'm saying when senator, we have become president, it will be something that will be a disaster to this country. So for some of us, we are aware of it, and we thank the American government for bringing this 2022 the human rights report. It is welcoming, and we are working on it. And come this year or October, these are some of the things that will be reflecting to the people to tell people that.
Okay, thank you to this caller. Yeah, we don't want you to stay too long on the line. Hello? Yeah, my brother, good evening. What's your name, please? You gotta be audible.
My name is Mohammed M. Kanechi. You know, I have people who put Adam. You can't tell it all. Like you said, collectively, but people, I think, you know, even when that, even if you don't do the people community, cannot be capable of. Okay? Currently, if you even
the group of 72nd, right? Oh, yeah.
You know, that institution is on. So it was their institution under the leadership of the past president of Liberia. Okay, and this was the few people there, the minister, even the former judge of and leadership on that institution. Now, Management said for that institution. Okay, that institution has a band of very, very bad death institution. Because even to even get one grain of bread, I can't even say for couple of them. To get one grain of bread for that institution is very much difficult. Can you imagine?
Okay. Okay, thank you. So, all right, thank you. So the human rights reports also cover all of these things. The group of 77, they were also crying that the vice president not paying much attention to them. To this caller, hello?
Yes, good evening.
Yeah, my brother, good evening. What's your name and from where you join us?
Bobby Addison calling from Dupolo, and this is my first time on this program, and I'm called for a purpose.
Okay, go ahead, Chief.
Thank you. Expressing this issue about human rights is not only with this government. I've been in the past, but the days of Judy Bryant, Topman, and others, maybe those who don't know. But I would say, even the president of Liberia got this issue there too with human rights abuses and corruption. What today, since you had the election, you cannot have a president taking over. So we should not criticize government only. The media also need to be criticized.
Indeed.
Because when you have voter, you break the election. Voter road, those are supposed to be a full member of the UL. You took them, they was not qualified to be full member of the UL. You put them to those areas. That's not corruption. The president of Liberia also got corruption. So the media must set example that others will follow. Because if you don't do it, do you expect the government to do the right thing or the citizen to do the right thing? So we as journalists, I put myself in the shoe, I come with veteran journalists.
Indeed.
Set example that others will follow.
Which of course we've been doing though. We've been doing that. So because of the system up to now, those guys that were elected, they haven't taken office. So to tell you that how robust we are when it comes to that.
So also the way in which we report, even the great America, don't say corruption is not there. That we say America or whoever came with him.
But the life of the people that are far better than
yours. My man, speak to the issue. You get 1 minute. We're not discussing America, we're discussing Liberia.
Don't prepare yourself. We're going to America, Bobby.
Speak to the report.
They are struggling. They are begging. A lot of difficulties people are also going through. Don't say everything will be bread and butter in
now listen, people begging in America, but you Bobby, you can't go to America and go be begging. So now nothing about argument. Yeah, that go ahead.
So Melbourne. We'll get into the other parts of the report. We'll give more time for the people to interact from Liberia, because we don't want to. We just give you a teaser for a few people. I don't know that 3 calls you took now, right?
Yeah, 2 or 3 calls. But let me just say this.
Let's take 2 more. I beg. Let's take 2 more. Then we'll go straight to the in depth. Just pick here and there within the report.
Okay. So 7770-2031-25, and you'll be live. Bobby, you just said it. Bobby, you don't even know that up to now, even their general that even they give $50. You've been in the field for more than even 10 to 15 to 20 years. So sometimes when you're seeing it in there, nobody hate, nobody love. But we are fighting for better Liberia. That's what we're talking about. To this caller, good evening.
Good evening.
Yeah, my brother, what's your name and from where you join us?
My name is Benedict. I join you from the Puebla.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, and I want to say thank you for the discussion, and we are here already. One thing maybe I may disagree with the report is that it's a gay right issue that is national.
Okay.
That's the gay right. Our culture don't allow that. And if they say we are not giving right to the gay people, and we don't have space for them. And nobody don't have space to say, oh, well, and I think they're married in our country. So as a citizens of this nation, it's something for us to look into and speak truth to part of the American people that this is not part of our culture.
Thank you. We can practice this. Thank you. Yeah, thank you so much. So you see, look into the report and see your own maybe what you read it or or think or why he was there from the report. Thank you so much. And we just take 1 or 2 more calls, then we'll get back to Steve. 0770-20-31-25, and you'll be live on True FM 96.1. Government is continuity. So maybe some of you don't know. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, my dear, how you doing?
I'm fine, sir.
Okay, go ahead. What's your name and from where you join us?
But you know, from Conway District.
Okay, go ahead, brother.
Thank you for the renowned information and for the concern of every one of us. You know, I just a few. With regard to old or new trade, people will not be, will not 2 million. Now we're about 5 million. And we're 2 million, they will still pay for us for trading our day. Then that's day. So every day, our plan will not be short. So as well. Roger Paul and the girl will understand what to do with particular mineral.
The government is continuity. It's not only about the president, but he's the head now of the government.
I'm coming. So everybody was being meeting all in the country, not able to do. So you think we are people that want to money that will take people to the same project and doing old or new trade.
Thank you. So that means corruption will still continue because of lack of system, lack of justice. So people will stay corrupt, people will stay stealing. Right. Good evening.
Good evening, brother.
Yeah, my brother. What's your name and from where you join us?
I'm Christian William calling you from District number 10.
Okay, Christian, go ahead, Chief.
I just put the radio on. I like the program when somebody was comparing like something with America.
That's Chief Bobby Allison.
What is the program concern?
You said?
I just put my radio on me. I heard somebody was comparing like.
Oh no, we are talking about a human rights report. We just resetting part of it so that we just open it up so that you can what you make of the human rights reports. Maybe you have your own view on it. If not, then you just keep listening to the broadcast.
Which one are you open to?
Let them follow the show. We're not going to explain.
Yeah, but we don't have more. So that Steve quickly before I tell what you know. Yeah, so Liberians, let me be frank. This country is for all of us as people. Now we're gonna love their country, cherish their country, and build this country. But certain group of people will not be living as if to say they are the rightful owner of the country, while the other group of people are struggling. Even up to now, when you go in the rural counties, you will see the life of our people. The life of our people. How it look, my brother, you will cry. Someone born in darkness, the person get old in darkness, and the person die in darkness in the kind of age and time. And you're talking about, the government, American people do all the face problem. I agree. But government is continuity. Sometimes you love people too much more than even the country, Steve. And that's the kind of thing that really was about us as people. We love individual than the country. And when you do that, the country will not go forward, will not even develop. So we've got to move forward. So the judicial system is weak. The people, they are correct. The judicial system is weak. All those advocates, all those activists, all those people that are acting and in fact, they are all advocating and right for people. At the end of the day, they become politicians. At the end of the day, they become politicians. So they are not even truthful to the people that they are advocating for. So, my brother, that's the kind of country, and that human rights report for me, that's my view on it for now, as you go about reading all the pages there.
So, yes, so let's pick up from where we start. There are a lot of things in the report here, but because of time, because we want to give you time to hear from you, please, when you come on, make your point. 1 minute, please. Just get to the point. Let's move on so that other people can participate. We want to get as much call as we can from Liberia to talk about this issue. This is a non-political issue. Dana me write it. Dana SKTV write it. Dana like Labrampo wrote it. These are investigations that were done, and the reports came out. We can't change it. It's up to the government. You want a report to be changed? Do the opposite of what you did 2022, and the report will not be let in. It's simple. But let's get to other things that happen, because there are a lot of different things that happen, and a lot of different captions from the executive summary. So we'll just go through it, run through some of them, some of the scenarios, and we will bring it up to you so that you can give us your view in total and let us know what's going on. So, for example, they talk about detention, they talk about rape, they talk about arbitrary arrest. So let's talk about arbitrary arrest. For example, listen to this. Some things when we tell the government don't do, because these things present a bad and a wrong image, they don't listen. They say opposition people. But here is something that I want you to think about, because this was most recent, and these things affect the government's image globally. Look at this. On arbitrary arrest on page 6. There were media reports that security forces made arbitrary arrest. For example, on February 1st of 2022, an opposition political figure, Isaac Vaitoba Jr., was reportedly detained by immigration officials at the border with Sierra Leone. Even though he had not been charged with any crime, no warrant for his arrest had been issued. Toba was released the next day without charge and fled the country soon thereof, reported after receiving death threats. You remember when I book Kim Osa, the Jawia book that Kim Osa, that Isaac Vaitoba and Emmanuel wrote? Mm-hmm. They came out. Isaac Vaitoba went to Liberia, and the government, in the foolery, because all of them are Jawia Jr., they have to arrest somebody for writing what he wrote in the book. What kind of country can do that? You know how many things they can write about president around the world? If it made President John Weah there, he should go on the radio station and say that's a lie. Simple. That's what you got to arrest somebody for. You have a bunch of sedition women that they pay to go and pass around and say they're protesting on behalf of Clyde Weah because of what he wrote in the book. What sense does that make? But when they kill their children, when children die in the country mysteriously, you don't see them around to go and protest. No, you don't. Their mothers, other women, children are getting missing, violated, raped, and other things. They don't say nothing, but they go gather themselves, talking about they're protesting. When we told you that these things that are the right thing to do, you'll say this or you'll say that. But let's move fast forward. Let's talk about detention. Partial detention. This is on page 7. Although the law provides for defendant to receive an expedient trial, limited partial detention remains a serious problem. As of October 31st, partial detainees comprised of approximately 70% of the prison population across the country and 80% in the MPC. In some cases, the length of partial detention exceeded the maximum length of sentence that could be imposed to alleged crime. In other words, for example, because they want to prove or point to you that they get power, they put you in jail. Your people that poor people. Because you say the truth or you say something or you carry your own case, they grab you, they put you in jail. They don't bring no lawyer or anything to come and take you. They keep you there for a very, very long time. Sometimes they even come there and make deal with you and say, when we free you from here, the case that you won't carry against her, you must drop the case. You agree? Because you won't move from jail too. So you will drop the case and show your mouth. Imagine a minister goes and rape your daughter or your family member. You won't take the case soon. You ask, you know who I am, a minister. Mm-hmm. If you try, you will see. Because they get connected with the government. But I have something else in there. There is something else I want to read. Melbourne, there's something I beg you, please let me read this before I forget. Please,
yeah, go ahead.
Listen to this. The use of detention as a punitive measure, failure to issue indictments in a timely manner, lack of functional bail system, poor court record keeping, failure of judges to examine court dates, ineffective existence of defense counsel, and the lack of resources for public defenders all contributed to the prolonged pre-trial detention. With with UNICEF support and in coordination with the Ministry of Gender, Children and Social Protection, the Minister of Justice worked to remove children from the criminal justice system. As of September 30th, 154 children were removed from the detention and another 396 cases were mediated under a juvenile diversionary program. My people will get problem. The people not following the system. The people not doing what they're supposed to do because they won't punish you. So, like I said, they're doing all of these things and it's a problem. Maybe I know you wanted to say something. Go ahead before I get to the next part.
Yes, because you were saying something about contacts or calling of people, releasing people. And that's just the kind of system with us here, our people, Let me go against the law and a police officer, for example, I was driving or maybe I'm driving and I go against the traffic law, right? And that police officer maybe hold my vehicle or something. The first thing is that I'm going to place a call. It's what I mean, talking to that police officer, even if that crime that I commit, let me be punished for that crime, I won't do it. I will call someone big that maybe I feel I know. I will call that person and say, oh, yeah, I'm right here, and this police officer, stop me. The only thing you will hear, give the police officer the phone. So you see the judicial system, how it works. Give the police officer the phone, and the only thing that you'll be hearing from that police officer is, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Better way, my brother, I'm gone. So if you see Liberia is still far. Even we may even change the government and bring in new government. The system will continue to go on that path because the high band. So Steve is my friend. Steve is my brother. So because when Steve go against the law, Steve will call me, even though it's still right to call me. But I will tell Steve, but Steve, what are you doing? If you say, oh, maybe I have accident, or maybe I hate him, or maybe I do that, I'll tell you, okay, Steve, let's go through the referee channel, let's go to the law. At least then you get it somewhere. But if you tell the police officer, let the man pass, and the higher band, my brother, and how we look in this country. So for that system that you talk about, that's it.
So Melbourne, you spoke earlier about the harassment on news reporters. I spoke about it as well. In the report speaks about it. But here is something on one of the pages I want for us to look at on page 10. This is very interesting. Very, very interesting. It's short, but it's interesting. Page 10 of the Human Rights Report. Look at what it says: violence and harassment. The press associations reported that the government officials occasionally harass newspaper and radio station owners, as well as individual journalists, because of their political opinions and reportings. Listen to this. Unknown perpetrator caused extensive damage to a radio station in Lofa during an alleged April 23rd arson attack. In the period prior to the fire, the station broadcast advocacy messages against female genital mutilation and other politically sensitive topics. According to the Committee to Protect Journalists, let me get that right. To protect journalists on June 29th, two LMP officials reportedly threatened to shoot Emmanuel Colley. You're listening, LMP people are the police people. Reportedly threatened to shoot Emmanuel Colley, a reporter with the same state-owned broadcasting system, and Amos Kezau, a reporter for Fortin TV, when they were covering a political rally. Reporters are not safe. When you say you want to go speak the truth, that problem for you. Your life is threatened. We saw the case with Zuni Miller. This is unacceptable. If you don't want for somebody to report, it's one thing if somebody decide to lie on you and you come out with the fact. But for somebody to decide to report a fact, which is their job, and they're threatened for it, this is problem. This is problem. This is a serious problem. And this is something that we have to address. Here's another thing: internet freedom. Internet freedom. There were reports that government officials threatened civil defamation suits in attempt to interfere with the protected speech and intimidate content creators. Most recently, one of the things that the government has been imagine or respond. Look at the report. Look at the thing that when he need. Ledger Rule Rennie went and wrote to what the people they need. Look, let me say this. It's part of democracy. If you got the facts and you got it contrary to that reporting, it's a different thing. But you can't stop people from reporting what is right and how they want to report it. You can't do that. Here is something peaceful, freedom of peaceful assembly. Here is something that happened. On July 26th, a protest by student group was violently broken up by persons credibly alleged to the ruling party supporters. According to the media report, LMP officers were present but did nothing to stop the violence. You all saw when they went to LU on July 26th, when the students decided to go to LU, the CDC COP group.
Yeah.
They went there and they brutalized. It is reported that the LMP was standing right there. The police officers can be right there. They would do nothing. And they did nothing. And there is a link for the video out there. This is problematic. This is problematic. And something needs to be done about it. We told Akara's grade, don't go to the student. Watch the next report. Akara's grade will be in there. Why are you going to student camp to send you, Ben? You're not going out camp before to go have lunch? When we say, y'all say we hate this person, we hate the government. But these are things that you don't do. These are things that you don't do. He will be in the next report. The incident happened with LU, he will be in the next report. So these are all the issues. These are some of the issues that are being raised. And they need to be, the government need to get serious about it. Now, here's another one. Political parties and political participation. This is on page 12. There were instances of violence against opposition leaders and candidates during the year. For example, media reported that on June 27, a vehicle belonging to opposition political party figure Yeke Koluba was attacked and damaged while he was campaigning, and the attack occurred in the presence of the LMP, who reportedly did nothing to intervene. When we say the police, the partisan police, you all say that lie. Over more than one time, where the police supposed to intervene, they refused to intervene. You listen to this. So, prior to the June 28th Senate by-election, the National Election Commission attempted to exclude an opposition political party and the ALP candidate from the participation. After Supreme Court ruling, the candidates were allowed to participate in the polling. The government created and granted government positions to members and sympathizers of the ruling party as a reward for or benefited of party affiliation, rather than based on qualification or experiences. On occasion, the legislative branch restated this pattern. For example, in September, the Senate rejected Darlington Canley, the presidential nominee for managing director of the Roberts International Port, whom the Senate found to be unqualified. When we tell you, say President John Weah Mana nominate criminal and nominate people who are not qualified, you say we against the president agenda. Darlington Canley, who lie? Must the president always go recruit criminal and bring them? When we say, even the one about this kid noise that go on, that they want to bring him back to LACC. That force. So, I mean, the government can just create noise around itself for no reason. So there are no qualified Liberian. When you're not sedition, you qualify. When you're not kissing up to President John Weah, you're not singing a regular song, you qualify. They don't even look your way. They don't. They don't. You know, in my own experience, my own personal experience, even when you volunteer to help them free of charge, they will say you're too critical of the government. So the BB people then say they might not bring you around.
Yes, indeed.
So you might case up You must suck up. You must say your boyfriend to President Weah or to Samuel Tuer or to somebody. Let me tell you something. You're shooting yourselves in the foot. All of these reports and these things that are going on, there is no need for these things to be piled up on you. But because you guys are not doing what is right. Simple. And this thing is easy.
Yeah. So then, Steve, if I may ask you, because I guess that they are listening. In fact, some of them they are even listening and they want to know maybe the way forward. How can all of these problems be solved? Because I hear you mentioning about the police, and I see some people tapping and so on. Indeed, you are correct. But let me be frank, or to those of you who are even tapping, our police are heavily challenged. I think some of the problem, sometimes we got to look at both sides and see as well. Because, Steve, if you look at Liberia governance system, especially when it coming to organ security, especially coming back to or coming down to the police, you will see that the governance system is always controlled by the politician. And the politician, actually it's going to be like a system that already built. No matter who become president, that system is there, it is strong, and nobody going to manipulate that system. But yeah, in Liberia, it's far from that. Politicians will just come today and just manipulate the system and just get done and do what you want to do after you leave, and another person come and go with the same thing. So our Liberian National Police, actually, they are heavily challenged. Even up to now, some of them are making none less than even 150, 175, but that will not give you the right to do what you are doing. I think you're going to take oath to protect, your people, to protect life and property. But then moving forward, I think the legislature too should also look in that direction, because I see somebody talking about the police wearing over uniform. Yeah, you are correct. But also too, the legislature should also look at the security sector. Make sure that they protect everyone. It shouldn't be protecting only the executive.
But Milburn, let me read this part. And I want to zoom in on this part, and maybe I'll make another open recommendation because of our country. But again, this is not a government that is receptive. When you come and say the truth, you say, "Oh, you're talking the truth emotionally." When you talking professionally, "Oh, you hate the government." When you do it away, instead of addressing the issue, they find excuses. So let me tell you something. I don't care about you're too emotional. I don't care about all of that. It's not important to me. That the way I can express it. If you're not emotional, go somewhere and go express it the way you want to express it. I will express it just like this. The message is clear. Focus on the message. But let's get to this, because this is important. Section 4, when you read page 13, I will go to section 4, page 13 and page 14. Look at section 4. Corruption and lack of transparency in the government. You're listening to this one. The law provides criminal penalties for bribery, abuse of office, economic shortage, and other corruption-related offenses committed by officials. But the government did not implement the law effectively. An anti-corruption commission was established by law in 2018 with a mandate to investigate and prosecute the act of corruption, as well as educate the public regarding the ills of corruption. On July 22nd, the legislature enacted an amended law that gives a new anti-corruption commission more power and establishes an open and competitive process for selecting commissioners. You're listening. The new law remained under judicial review at year's end. There were numerous reports of government corruption during the year. Officials frequently engaged in corrupt practices with impunity. Now, corruption. On August 15, Minister of State for Presidential Affairs and Chief of Staff Nathaniel Fallow McGill, Solicitor General and Chief Prosecutor Sereno Cephas, and National Port Authority Director Bill Twawe were sanctioned under international law for their involvement in corrupt practices while serving as government officials. All three subsequently resigned in September. This was the third consecutive year in which senior government, the third consecutive year, in other words, 3 years in a row, Senior government officials were sanctioned for corruption. Now listen, because they will tell you what the government did. In 2021, President George Weah suspended, you're listening to this. In 2021, President George Weah suspended Special Project Coordinator McKinney Keita for allegedly soliciting $5 million from a business who was exploring investment opportunity. On March 22nd, the LMP cleared Keita of corruption charges. Yeah, the LMP cleared her of corruption charges. Later, they the ones supposed to be clearing people of corruption charges when they said they involved in corruption and bribery. But let's come down to this. Let's come down to it. Section 5 says government posture. In other words, what the government did or what the government is doing. Government posture towards international and non-government investigation or alleged abuse of human rights. Y'all listen to this. A variety of domestic and international human rights groups generally operated with government restrictions, investigations, and publishing their findings on human rights cases. Government officials often were cooperative and responsive of their views. Arbitrary against human rights violation. In June, civil society organizations and international community decried threats of violence received by justice activist Musa Biladi and his team at the Global Justice Research Project, a civil society organization whose work in gathering evidence regarding crimes committed during the country's 2 years civil war was led to the convictions of 3 war criminals and charges against them nearly a dozen years. So basically, our government is doing nothing. President George Weah, his men, his three Hebrew brothers or 3 Hebrew boys, the Nathaniel McGill, the Bill Tuawe, and Serena Cephas. President George Weah told the Liberian people that there were going to be an investigation. And subsequently, if they are found, up until now, has President George Weah done anything about it? His special project coordinator, McKinney Keita, went ahead to look for bribe, to take bribe from people who came to invest in the country, asking for $5 million. He suspended her. Guess who they told to go do the investigation? The LACC not do the investigation. That the LMP went and cleared her out. This is a problem for the country. That means indirectly the president himself is aiding and abetting corruption. So by extension, he is corrupt. And this is a problem. This is a problem. When the president can people that are very right in the president's proximity are corrupt and he does nothing about it. Proven to be corrupt. He does nothing about it. Nathaniel McGill has asked to go to court. I will give him that credit. They have done nothing about it. Serena Cephas, take the people to court. Ask the U.S. government to bring the evidences so that they can be evaluated. When I hear people passing the rhyme and say, oh, Liberia is an age-old problem, corruption, I agree. Let's not focus on the age-old problem, corruption. Let's deal with the one that right now in front of us. Because when we told President George Weah to order the early-led government so that we can know how much we're there and know what's going on, he said no. You are not going to do that. So now that we are here, now that corruption is in his house, right in front of the door, let's investigate it. Let's get to it. But Melbourne, let's get to the lines and let's hear from our people back home, and we'll take a few calls from here as well. So the report is out there. Feel free, you can look it up. It's online, it's public. Anybody can watch it, anybody can see it. You can read it for yourself. But let's get to the line. Please, 30 seconds, 1 minute each, get to the point. We don't have to argue. If you disagree with the report, because please don't attack us. They're not all reporting. The thing that in the report that it will talking. We're breaking it.
So please,
we're not attacking your president, we're not attacking your political party. The thing that in the report that it will discussing, and the president need in the report. The president is there. So we're not here for that. You're extracting. If you're sedition or you're from the defending camp, you're welcome to come and defend. We don't have a problem. You can you and the American people can do that. But
you'll be defending a system that will be going against you, that will be protecting you. Then what kind of defense is that? Why not?
But man, they got
0770-20-31-25. 0770-20-3-125. And you'll be live. Please, 1 minute or maybe as most, 1 minute per caller. 0770-20-31-25. What do you make of all the human rights reports that are coming out from right here in Liberia and the American embassy right here? And they're not far from you to say, oh, yeah, they live in Europe and you are right here in Africa. So 0770-20-31-25. You'll be live on True FM to this caller. Good evening.
Good evening, sir. My name is Clinton Abraham Sili. I'm calling from the Mabasio Compound Belt. I want to say thank you so much for the discussion this evening. Can you people please also tell us, does the human rights report only capture negative? Is there positive things that the country have done as well? Thank you.
Okay, thank you. I like that question. Good. To this caller. Good evening. Hello? Yeah, my dear, how you doing?
I'm James Cochran calling from Johnsonville.
You don't want me to tell you to move away from your monitor, please. We don't want to be telling people all of this. Every time by the time you call, you should know that in front that you'll get through. So you just give yourself a little distance from your monitor. 0770-20-31-25, and you'll be live on Truth FM 96.1 to this caller. Good evening.
Hello?
Yeah, my brother, go ahead. What's your name and from where you join us?
Yeah, this is Joseph calling from Broadway School.
Okay, go ahead, Chief.
Yeah, I just want to know, did this president have power about the people, the law of this country? The president have power over the law, or which the people cannot tell you to judge the person the law?
Well, the president have power over the judicial system or
the law that this country.
Yeah, one of the law. Okay. Okay, thank you. Well, the president have power over the laws of the land. To this caller, good evening.
Good evening.
Yeah, my brother. What's your name and from where you join us?
I'm James Sai, calling from Canada.
Okay, James, go ahead.
And thank you people for whatever you are talking. My intake is this government. They will never stop corruption. We got to stand against this government. Otherwise, the election, zero. Let's stand against this government. Corruption will now be elected. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Corruption will not be and to this caller. Good evening. Yeah, hello. How you doing?
Yes, this is Maurice Jacob calling from District 6 to be precise, Tingle Village.
Okay, go ahead, Maurice. Go ahead.
Yeah. I'm thanking so much to you people for the topic on a discussion I've been going through. Actually, you can see my brother in our country. It's the only country where peaceful citizens cannot live in peace. And Google citizens cannot live in peace. There is nowhere that you're able to even speak on issue in peace. When you're lazy or you want to talk on kind of issue concerning the country, you like get here because government not protecting the citizens. You see, when it comes to the report of corruption, to the individuals them who like Nathaniel Magyar, Serena Sipan, and President John, we are told to even pay attention to the crowd, the citizens, yes, before even the United Nations came in. President John, we are told to even pay attention because it was a crowd that gave the men a half offices to all the businesses. So how would that be in a country where the president and Nathaniel Magyar have offices to all of the businesses?
Okay.
Have people that are jealousy. I'm a bad man, jealousy. You put that they have offices that get bought out of here. All of people, business people. How will investors come to our country?
Okay. Yeah. Okay. How will investors come into our country when the people are doing all sort of things? To this caller, good evening.
Yeah, good evening.
Yeah, my brother. What's your name and from where you join us?
I'm Edward Shannon and I join you from Act Settlement, Central Virginia.
Okay, that's good. Go ahead, Chief.
Yeah, my brother, let me tell you something. This government is a government that doesn't listen. They really, really don't listen. Everything that is going on, President William has been invited with few of a few of his government officials, and the CIA has invited them. Why he was there answering questions? You saw what happened to the University of Liberia. So let me tell you something. This government doesn't listen. The only thing Liberia need to do, let everybody turn all do their registration and have them voted out. Simple.
Okay. All right. So this caller. Good evening.
Good evening.
Yeah, my dear. What's your name and from where you join us?
My name is Andrew Shabani. I'm calling from Raleigh.
Okay, Andrew. Go ahead, Chief.
The first one is the issue about account rate. Account rate did that thing. The president was imagined. He went that day. So every month he goes to work once a month. But that particular day he was there. And he was in the know. So I mean, he supported it. As a president, if you were just from a real country, telephone call or send people that rest account rate. This is not a partisan thing. But he started there after account rate left, when the Calabarian left, before he called Papa. That is it. I was there. I'm a nigga with you.
All right. I don't think that the president will just go arrest lawmaker. So that one, I think. So that one, that far different thing. I don't think that one can happen.
Yeah, shot. Taking a stand. You know, but my point is, he's saying no.
So we're looking at the human rights reports. Maybe that one will come on. Maybe.
I'm disappointed.
Okay.
The new evidence report, the outcome, what I something that I've done was when he went there recently to arrest him.
Are you say that kind of thing, my man? No. You can't say that kind of thing. What are you saying so? Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, my dear. Good evening. What's your name and from where you joining us?
Okay, thank you very much. My name is Patrick M. I call from D35.
Okay, go ahead, Patrick.
Yeah, so this government, we told our majority of the citizens in 2017 that this was not the right thing to do. But then majority thought that when he came on the football lane, he did improve better. But then here we are.
Excuse me. Hello? Yeah. Yeah. Hello. The human rights reports, I don't want you to see that when they want something, no. They will tell human rights reports that discuss it. There's a lot of civil society organizations that also there are a lot of corruption, everything better into the human rights report. So that only about maybe the president, no. Then what happened to other group of people? So you wanted to go scot-free?
The president is the head of this country, and once the head is rotten, it comes down to all the arms.
Okay.
So the head should be changed. Then we get better parties to spin it up.
Okay, good. Thank you so much for your view and to this caller. Good evening. Yeah, my dear. How you doing? What's your name and from where you joining us?
Yeah, my brother, we're discussing about corruption. Corruption has perception in this country. Let me tell you. When I say that it's either government corrupt, and there are no evidence, my brother.
What? So that for example, excuse me now. Hello. So when you say somebody buy 75,000 a car, for example, one lawmaker buy 75,000, 80,000 a car, you think what I man getting that money from? No, excuse me now. Yeah. No, and what we're talking about. Look at the human rights reports. The same people come out now with our report. So what you make of the report? Now why would okay, thank you. I like your view, or you're right. Today's caller, good evening.
Yeah, good evening, Johnson.
Yeah, my brother, what's your name and from where you join us?
Yeah, this is Chasty Cooper. I call from Caulfield, Duboro.
Okay, go ahead, Chief.
Let me say thank you to Seku and made for the report, for reading the report. And I think that report comprehensive. You see, people who have problem with the report, they should come and debunk those fallacious portions of the report.
Simple.
But I think that I think the report realistic, Hanson, because the report states clearly all those things are happening in Liberia, and they give you this, they give you events. So you witness saying that the report is not credible, then you can come and pour in the report. But we are here, you know, as in not everyone who have eyes can see. Some people, they are man-made gods. They have eyes, but they cannot see. They have ears, they cannot hear. But these are practical things that are happening in Liberia, and the people, the report are able to state those events and timeline. So if you think the people are lying, go back to history. You know why it's written, why have occurred history will always be recorded. But there's about time the Liberian people open their eyes. You know, when the constitution is always inherent in the people, that one wise vote that you make is that power that you have. That power is inherent in your voting card. That's why we are encouraging people go and get a voting card. If you think this government is working your interest, re-elect the government. If you think the government is not working your interest, for the government out. Simple.
Thank you, Chief. For the government out. So, Steve, I don't know whether you want to take call from that side. If not, then
I'll open the line on this side, but I just want to say something. I'll open the line on this side. One guy called here, he has a good question.
Yes, I think we have two questions for you.
Yeah, the first one I recalled was about if there is anything good in the report that the report says about the government. I want to refresh him here quick. For example, in the executive summary, paragraph 8, it talks about the country held a presidential election in allegedly 2017, which observers consider free and fair. George Weah won on the presidential runoff election. That's one. When you go to page 10, on page 10, there is something that is said there. But you know, the thing about the report, the good thing, the thing about the report, when you say there was nothing expressed for this year in this area, but then it will take you by and say, but the one that was expressed last year was never addressed. So it's like you can't calculate any good because they didn't do anything for the ones that were all even reported. So let's take for example.
Go 70, right?
Yeah, let's take for example on page 10. Look at this. The government did not restrict or disrupt access to internet or censor online content. And there were no credible reports that the government monitored private communication without appropriate legal authority. But here there's two now. Right after they're done with that, this is what it say. After that sentence, this is what it say. There were reports. The government official threatened civil defamation suit in attempt to interfere with protected speech and intimidate content creators. So basically what they're saying, they leave one stealing, they go to another stealing. Or they never had a way to do the other stealing, so they jump into the other stealing. So to that caller who asked that question, it was a good question. But unfortunately, because the government is highly criminally minded and very unserious, inept and incompetent, maybe you can read a report and come out and debunk me as to where they say in there, this is the good one they did. If they take one step in front, they can come out and take 3 steps behind. And if the government had the finance, the technical know-how to censor online content, they would do it. They would do it because they are shameless, they are brave, and they are criminally minded. They're not serious. And like one of the callers said, will not change. Who told you say Joe Weah won't change? Who told you say Samuel Toy and Nathaniel Magdalene will do what is right?
Steve, quickly, we have about 7 more minutes to go. Quickly, the other caller asked as to whether the president have any jurisdiction over the laws of the land.
Well, for all indication, for the fact that the president even interfere, again, I give you a typical example with an opposition member. The case against Costa with immigration should have never been interfered with. Now, it's one thing if the case goes through and he's found guilty and the president pardon him. That's a different thing. Constitutionally, the president can do that. Even in the report, it points out that the president pardoned 500 criminals. Some of them were rapists. Some of them were this, they were that. The president can do that. It's constitutional. There is nothing wrong with it. But when the president leave an investigation in the middle of the investigation and say they should drop the case, then the president interfere. That is problematic. So yes, the president has influence, and he has influenced the judicial system. And the judicial system itself is corrupt as they are, because the report stated that wherein judges and lawyers were soliciting bribes. I'm a victim of it.
I want a normal thing.
No, not normal thing. That in Liberia is a normal thing. In any normal, serious modern society, those things don't happen.
Seriously.
So they were soliciting bribes. There was. Can you imagine? Can you imagine a Lebanese man bribing your lawyer, bribing the entire court?
Well, that make the entire system to be weak. This is why the labor system all just broke down. No here and there, nothing moving, my brother, because of the judicial system. If you carry a case, either you gotta stand strong before you can even win a case. If you win a case, well, then that's it. But my brother, we have 5 more minutes to go. Please, yes.
Yeah, so my man, lead a mini business.
No, and another program coming on by 8. That's different. Yeah, another program coming on.
They got me. Anyway,
2 hours, Steve. What you still want to do, bro?
Man, forget about that mini business. Need a mini thing here. You probably learn that problem there. But anyways, folks, those of you in the diaspora, you can feel free to place your call before we leave the radio here. We'll make sure we leave on time, because we have other programs and other things going on. And as I've announced, tomorrow we have Rodney Sie with us, who will be our guest, for us to talk about his book and other things. And Front Page Africa will be our guest tomorrow. Rodney Sie will be here. I hope you're not going to brother a resident for reading the book, because in a foolery, they would take steps like that. I don't know who does that. Who shoots themselves in the foot? Who does that? Who does that? Only CDC can do that. You tell them, say, you don't do that one, because if you do it like this, it will bring noise. It will bring the other one. It will reflect negatively on the government. They say you opposition. You hate the government. So I don't know. I don't know. So I mean, the cash app is there. Rodney Sie will be here tomorrow with us as our guest. Again, I hope the government does not arrest him for the book that he wrote. But again, you can run past anything stupid past the government, because that stupid thing that they can engage into to inflict wounds on themselves. But we'll see. However, the cash app is there. Feel free to place your call. Melbourne, what is your last word before tomorrow? Anything?
Yes, so I just want to say thanks to our people in the diaspora. Please, you have to be strong. I'm hearing that some of you are already coming down at least to do your voter registration. That's so great. Thank you so much. That what make you to be a good citizen. And actually, Liberia's or system is broken down completely. There's no way, nobody can easily convince me that Liberia, because my brother, if you even every part of Liberia is just people that's supposed to even go in the street to go sweep, then they no longer go in the street to go sweep. They wearing kosu. So you just see things just mix. Everybody just doing anything that they want to do. So because of that, you see deaths all floating around or in the street. And that's just the kind of system that we live with. Police officer in the traffic, nothing doing. They still wear the same old uniform over and over. And even that. So my brother, I just want to say thanks to all of our people that are turning up, that are doing a voter registration. Please go out there. If you haven't yet getting your voter registration card, make sure that you get your card to be able to participate in the October 10 election that will be this year. Thank you so much, Steve, and to our people. Once more, let me say hashtag to all of you that are following us from here in Liberia, Truly Radio.
Yes, thank you so much to True FM family. Thanks for working with us. Thanks for making us to connect with the people back home. We look forward to the working relationship here. Thank you for all you do. To our people listening to us on the radio, we'll be on the internet here for the next 5 minutes or so. Tomorrow, join us, same time, same place. Melbourne Kula will be in studio to help us, by the grace of God, relay the program with Rodney Sie. Thank you to our viewers and our followers in Liberia or listening audience. Melbourne, we'll see you tomorrow.
Thank you so much, Steve, and thanks to all of you that from right here in Liberia, and thanks to the management of the Renaissance Communications Incorporated, also for the opportunity. And let me say happy Sunday to all of you. Happy last Sunday, though. Yeah, today's the last Sunday in the month of
Yeah.
March. So coming up next, it is the program.
Okay, well, the folks from Liberia has left us. Some of them are still on the internet with us. YouTube, SKTV Live. We'll allocate 5 more minutes here so that we can hear from you in the diaspora. I know many of you might have heard about it, the reports, read about it. We look forward to your contribution as well on SKTV. Tomorrow, don't forget, Rodney C will be our guest. We do intend to have a good conversation here with Rodney C on the SKTV to talk about everything, including the book and so forth. I know somebody did tell me that they would send me a copy of the book. I'm still awaiting. I can take electronic copy. I won't see who will send me an electronic copy. I'm not taking my money to buy the book. Somebody can send me an electronic copy through Amazon or whatever it is. Send me an electronic copy. I would spend the whole night reading it. I'll read the entire book tonight. If you send me it today, I'll read the entire book tonight. If you send me it tomorrow, I'll read. With my schedule, I can read either the entire thing before the show in the morning, or we have to do it half of it. But at least send me the book. Let's see who will take on that charge to send me the book electronically. Come on now. So with that, you can buy both for all again. If you buy both, you die. You'll not die if you buy that book and send it for me. Don't. If you buy the hard copy, I might not get it till Tuesday or Wednesday. Get an electronic copy. Let me know what's good. I will read it. I can take more than one copy. Send it to me. I will read it. But folks, we'll be on tomorrow. Let's. We have the cash app that you have the next 5 minutes. Somebody said they will send me Cummings book. But maybe playing. I know that mail that woman playing. Man, playing phone. We're talking about the Rodney C book, the most recent book. I know someone also last time the book from what's the name? Ava Toba. Ava Toba. The book was sent to me by someone. Thank you. The person said they want to be anonymous. I said, okay. I've read a book. Oh, you got me? Oh, hey. Let me put you on the screen for to put you on record. Nobody's too big yet. You got me? Okay. You see? That's why Liberia women are the most beautiful women now. They you got me? Oh, but then we super. We straight for tonight. I'm about to do it right now. Nobody's too big yet. What thing I can do it right now? I'll send it right now my email address. Thank God I want messenger. They aren't even checking set. Y'all be there. Your friend is making it happen. Y'all be there. Let me send you my email address real quick, yeah. Good looking, yeah. That is right there. I send it my email address. I send it right now as we're speaking. In your don't be like Mo Ali who have my email address to can't hack me. That joker. But you know what I'm doing? Yeah, he did that. He asked for my email address so that he would send me the CPP report, the CPP document that he said he never had. When second interviewing on the show, Mo Ali, before they could go into that CPP noise, he did admit on the show that he had a copy of the CPP document, but the last day they never had a copy of the CPP. He told me, I was right on the show, the video is there. I said, can we have a copy of the document? He said, yes. Sekou asked him, he said, yes. He asked me through Messenger to send him my email address. I sent him my email address only for him to attempt to hack me. That Mo Ali. That Kelly hair crook. That's what he did. Then he get very with me for calling me out because he tried to hack me. They got stupid. I may as well be on stupid level there. Anyways, the show has come to an end for today. Thank you so much. I'll be looking forward to the book to read it tonight. Once I get a book, I'll read it tonight. And hopefully we can have a good show for Rennie C tomorrow. Maybe we can quote some places from the book. You know, but it's good to have these different books or whatever it is on record. Thank you to our listeners and our viewers. Thank you so much for all of your support to SKTV. Let's be on tomorrow. Thank you, and thank you. Thanks for all you do. We have some very faithful followers and supporters. Very committed. Very, very. Very strong viewers that are always in support of us. You can rest assured. Thank you for your contributions. Today I will be leaving your way, the country giant. Thank you so much. Catch you tomorrow, same time, same place. You will have Siku, Milbon, and myself. Sign off. Night night. That's my signature yet. Bye.
Amanda,
Aweto,
Amanda,
Aweto,
Maipuye,
Liberia,
Liberia,
Maipuye,
Jovia, 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 Deble.
Trigger.
Aha, y'all move on the road, the country giant ready to take over.
Like it.
Y'all move on the road, Papa come here again. Y'all move on the road, Papa Georgie come here again. Y'all move on the road, Mama Joe come here again. Move on the road, see Tisha come here again. Now the whole country giant come here so better move on the road. I say you better move your road. You deserve to get away. Pulling back to get away. We come here again. Move on the road, see come here again. Yeah, move on the road, Joe, we are coming again. Move on the road, Mama Joe, we're coming again. Up in the road, see Tisha come here again. Now the whole country giant coming so. Better move on the road. Say you better move your road. Take it away. Better get away. We coming again. We forced to win the scheme. We coming again. Coalition for democratic change. Now the whole country champion they coming so. You better move on the road. I say you better move your road. You big Paris and get away. Better get away. Yen say I'm on I say I come at Deble, Mosico corridor. Yen say I'm on